Good morning. And thank you, Colonel Rollins, for leading us today. It's an honor to be here today, to be alongside Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll, and to celebrate our incredible veterans. I bring greetings on behalf of our entire administration to all of you and to your families. We're joined today by so many state leaders. Treasurer Deborah Goldberg is here with us. Inspector General Jeff Shapiro, good morning. Members of the state legislature and leaders from across Massachusetts joining together, as we should, to say Happy Veterans Day. I want to thank Deputy Secretary of Veteran Services, Andrea Gale Bennett. As she said, she's doing a fantastic job with the entire team over at Veteran Services. We're so proud of the work that the cabinet is doing, and in particular, the work that Secretary Santiago and Deputy Secretary Bennett are leading. And as the deputy noted, Secretary Santiago was at veterans events all last week, but then had to fly to Seoul, South Korea to represent the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the United States of America at the International Veterans Conference. And we were so proud that Secretary John Santiago was selected to go to be the United States representative. Do we have any Marines in the house? Hoorah, yes, 249 years old yesterday. You know, we've got so many outstanding veteran leaders and military family members with us today. I want to, first of all, acknowledge somebody who's doing a terrific job for the Commonwealth, and that is our own Adjutant General Gary Keefe of the Massachusetts National Guard, first in the nation. We also have with us Major Michael Fish, Brigadier General Joe Milano, and the Ancient and Honorable Artillery Company, keepers of our military heritage here in Massachusetts. We have our Gold Star families, led as always by our good friends Peggy Griffin and Robin Abbott. Thank you for leading us this morning in the pledge and also the lighting of the candle. And our hearts are always, always with you and your families. I want to thank members of the junior ROTC. Aren't they incredible, those young men and women from Lynn? You know, I wish, and my wish today is for more young people to enlist in the military. I don't think there's a finer training, a finer discipline, a finer way to learn about teamwork, about sacrifice, exposure to new worlds, new views, than what the military affords us. And so I just commend these young men and women. Come on out, yeah, commend these young men and women for doing what they do. And you will go on to successful careers as a result. I want to thank our veteran advocate, Bob Notch, who's with us here today. Thank you, Bob, for all that you do. Thank you to our veteran organizations and hosts who are represented here today, to all of our VSOs. Thank you so much to our great VSOs from all across the state who are working hard to connect veterans with the services that they need. Thank you. And we have award winners. Marvin Howard of Agawam, a proud Air Force veteran and member of American Legion Post 185. Where is Marvin? Yet. Also a marathon runner who still runs 4 to 6 miles every single day. We have our Marine Corps veteran, Ken Levesque, and members of the Veterans Association of Bristol County. Thank you for all that you do, sir, in Bristol County for so many. I also want to acknowledge and thank our Navy veteran. I was born at Bethesda Naval myself, and the Lieutenant Governor, her dad is Navy. We've got Andrew McCauley here today of the great New England Center and Home for Veterans, a national leader on caring for vulnerable veterans, and today's keynote speaker. You know, this morning I actually started out my day in Sheffield, Massachusetts, way out west in Berkshire County. And it was early in the morning, and the sun was coming up over the beautiful fields, past a lot of cows on my way, and just awakening to this beautiful, beautiful day. And driving down a hillside, about to turn on to the route there, and came upon a lovely common in Sheffield. And on that common were dozens of American flags. And starting to gather, I could see a few fellows parking their cars, no doubt to set up for what will be a veterans celebration in Sheffield. And I just mention that because look around in this great hall with all flags from 351 of our cities and towns in Massachusetts represented. I know that today, across Massachusetts, there will be men and women in cities and towns stepping forward to celebrate and recognize our veterans. That is so, so important, particularly at a time in our nation's history, and particularly for who we are in Massachusetts. We're home to so many firsts: the National Guard, the United States Navy. We have a proud heritage of patriotism and of fighting for American democracy. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of who we are. We had an election the other day. Every single community, I've said this before, in every single community, there were people who voted one way and there were people who voted the other way. But American democracy assures us the peaceful transfer of power and the continuing work, and that's what we're about. It's all laid out in the US Constitution, which, by the way, Massachusetts Point of Pride was modeled after the Massachusetts Constitution that John Adams wrote just 15 miles south of here in Quincy, right? So, I believe, despite what anybody from Pennsylvania might say, Massachusetts not only has the better basketball team, but we are home to the birthplace of America. So, the truth is, we all owe it. All citizens of the Commonwealth owe it to our nation, to our rights as free people, because all of the rights and freedoms we enjoy today, young and old, come from the service and the sacrifice of our veterans. And that is why every day should be celebrated as Veterans Day, to celebrate those who fought for our nation, defended our democracy generation after generation, and folks who show us how to move forward together, how to have focus on the things that matter, the things that unite us, not divide us. Service to each other, teamwork and collaboration, helping our neighbors, looking one another in the eye and taking time to have that communion and those conversations, making life better in our communities. That's what we're focused on. And to do that work, once again, we look to our veterans, who are our role models and our heroes. Finally, last week, Secretary Santiago and I were able to spend time together. We were able to spend time together in Holyoke. We all understand the terrible tragedy that unfolded there just years ago. But to see that building rise from the ashes, essentially, in Holyoke, a world-class facility that will serve veterans for years to come, was something truly, truly beautiful. And that was able to happen ahead of schedule, and soon we will see people moving into the new facility there. that also follows, I want you to know the wonderful work that's been done at the Chelsea Veterans Home, also new and improved and world-class. I want you to know that because we are forever committed to investing in and supporting veterans in the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And I once again wish you and all your loved ones a happy Veterans Day. And I know I'm gonna make it a point today to talk to my kids about what this day is about, and I encourage all citizens of the Commonwealth to do the same, to find a way individually and as families, especially families who are not military families, to recognize and to celebrate the veterans among us. God bless Massachusetts, God bless the United States of America, and God bless all of those serving right now.